Okie dokie, we are recording, and I am tying my tie. Oh my god. Ooh, perfect. Second time I tied it. Oh, first time was a little bit too long. Oh, back. Yeah, back. I guess I'll tell you why I'm tying the tie, but first, I gotta tell you, I don't have to tell you, but I figure I might as well. About 2 years ago, I think it was about 2 years ago now, I made that art cube. I don't have it with me or anything, so I can't show you, but if you've been following me for a while, I'm sure you're familiar with it. And involved, and I might have mentioned this before, I don't know, it involved, keycaps off traditional keyboards, and what I did was I clipped the stems off of most of them, and I created this block and covered a block, made a block. It was writer's block. The point of the project is irrelevant. What is important was that I hurt my back because I was using these crimpers to cut the plastic stems off the keycaps, and at some point I hurt my back, and I call it my art injury, my old art injury. It's like a sports injury, only an art injury, and every now and then it flares up, and I have like Tylenol and ibuprofen, which helps a little, but it's a very deep pain that takes forever to go away. And I've learned that basically anything I do with my right hand, even the smallest thing, like I could do this for 15 seconds and there it goes. My back starts, the injury, the pain starts flaring up in my... So, yeah, I think what I need to do is just stop using my right hand, which could get complicated. I am right-handed. So yeah, I am pulling a Rob here, wherein I have my camcorder set up here, and it's plugged directly into my Mac, and I'm recording directly in QuickTime, because I did look back at yesterday's vlog, and boy was that the shittiest thing ever. Like, quality-wise, it was horrible. And part of that is because the webcam in the Mac, it hasn't changed much, the eyesight, and it's really low quality, and it doesn't do good. It doesn't have much range in the white balance, I guess, so even a little bit of light, if the whole room's not properly lit, completely washes you out, and it looks really bad. So that's why, and you saw it in that video when I pulled the curtains back and the light hit and it completely washed me out. So the good news for my Mac friends out there, and I'm hoping to get one very, very soon, the Logitech, I think it's the Logitech C910, it's their high definition webcam. It's new as of, I think, October of last year, so it's relatively new. MattyHo07 has it, Eric has it. It's a beautiful webcam. It shoots beautiful footage. But up until very recently, it was only available for Windows users because Macs require special hardware. And apparently that hardware was in the Logitech Cam, and Logitech just now released the software that works with QuickTime and iMovie and the whole stuff. So this webcam is now Mac compatible, and if you have a Mac and you need a better webcam, I highly recommend it. I looked at Best Buy and they have it on sale for 80 bucks, and I'm this close to running out and getting it because, ooh, I want it. I want it so badly. So how do I look? Do I look good? This is part of the, I think I want to put my vest on. I feel vesty today. I got pants on, which is always good. I got shoes on. I am ironed. I'll button the top up here once I get going, because I am going on an interview, and it's wow. Wow! I'm very excited about it, obviously. I'm also, obviously, extremely nervous because this will be the first job interview that I've been on in, I want to say, about 3 years. So, you know, that's a lot to think about. And, you know, it's been almost a full year of being unemployed, so that's, you know, so it's been a year since I've been in a professional quote-unquote work environment. The job, and you know, I think a lot of you guys can relate, because, you know, we're creative at heart, and, you know, there are specific things that we want to do, and our specific passions, and that kind of, everything else compared to that really pales, right? You know, Rob worked at Walmart, so that's like, I mean, seriously, if I'm in a place where I understand I have to do what I have to do to pay the bills. I'm in that place, and I understand that, and I appreciate that. But if I have to work at some really low-level job, if that's the only thing I can get, you know, I have to do that. But I might also, you know, put a gun to my head and blow my brains out, put myself out of my misery, because it's the most miserable, unbearable thing to do. Yeah. It's just... I think I want to do more of that. Maybe that'll be, you know, I do a lot of talking with my hands, so maybe I'll take that, make that a thing, and take it a step further and do a lot of talking with my hands. Yeah. I think that'd be fun. Just do some of that in every video. So anyways, I am excited about this job. I hope this is the only job interview I ever have to go on ever again. And the reason I am that excited, not only to get the interview in the first place, because look at the economic climate we're in, and I'm very, very lucky to be able to go on this interview, and you know, God willing, I will nail it, and that's going to be it. But more importantly, it is a job that I really am excited about. So if I have to have a job, I want this job. This is the job I want. So hopefully it will go well. Hopefully it doesn't even have to pay well. It really doesn't. I'm well within my means here, and I don't need a lot of money to be happy. So I just need enough to get by, and that's what I'm looking for. So I have gone out of my. It's a little bit of a media. There's a little bit of media involved with the job, which is why I'm excited about it. So I put together, you know, a little binder here with a hard copy of my resume. They already have it, but, you know, you always provide extra copies of everything. And then a couple of samples of my writing work. So yeah, I put that together. I also have, what I'm giving them is a CD that I burned, just a small CD of some media samples. And you guys, I don't know how the interview is going to actually play out, if I get to just say, here's the stuff, you can look at your leisure. But obviously I'm going to take my iPad in there, because I have it all on my iPad. And just as an example, you know, I've got, I'll show it like this. I put together my graphic work, right? So yeah, I put together just samples of my graphic work to show that off. Graphic and design, because there's elements of that in the job. So I have this right here that'll be able to show them. And by the way, I want to put this on a poster. I'm going to put this on a poster because I think a lot of us, a lot of Krumbination would really appreciate it. Yeah. And little zombies, book covers, and Krumbine's buried there. So I have that. I also have a couple of sample videos on here, a couple episodes of webcams, Abbott and Costello, that sort of thing. So I'm going in there kind of with the intention of pitching myself, which you know what you have to do, obviously, no matter what. But this is a step further, where, you know, all of my creative background that's important too. So this is an opportunity, and I've never had this opportunity in a job interview situation, to actually pitch myself in a creative capacity. So I think it's a little above and beyond the job description, the stuff I've prepared, but I figure it's better to oversell than not. So I'm bringing my A game, bring it all, and I got about 20, 30, about 40 minutes before I have to, before I have to leave. I'm excited. I'm nervous. My back hurts more from holding that up. I shouldn't see that. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have held the iPad up on that arm, because that really hurts a lot. And wow, I'll tell you, that's the news. That's the news. How's my hair? Hair looks good. It looks pretty good from all angles. Yeah, I probably should have trimmed down a little bit more, but this is me. This is who I am. I wanna present myself like this. This is close to the end of the week for me. It's Thursday, but and I say that because I'm going back down to Naples tomorrow afternoon. So I get to spend the weekend with my Sammy. Excited about that. Very excited. It's been a long week, and there's been a lot of build up. We'll call it that. For this weekend, so I'm very excited about that. I've got my cable situation, my internet situation straightened out. I'm actually not allowed to call it cable anymore because that confuses Sam. For me, there's only cable internet, but she hears cable, she thinks television, and I have no intention of paying for television right now. I've got over-the-air television. That's those cables right there go up to my antenna that I got, and it comes in fine for what I watch, and I get all of my media off the internet, so I don't want to pay for television. Why? And Sam, she keeps it on in the background. She rarely watches it. So if there's a show she wants to watch, I can acquire it for her. And if she just wants, because she sleeps with the television on, and it's just white noise, that's all it is. And so why can't, she should be able to live with whatever comes on over the air, right? We don't have to waste money on, 100 channels that we never watch. Yeah. That's how I feel about it. I mean, Netflix. Talk about Netflix. I don't have it yet, but it's an option. And Netflix, $7.99 unlimited streaming. So you get, and then Hulu Plus. If you want to do that, that's $7-8 a month as well. And that's a lot of the current stuff that I'm assuming Netflix doesn't have. Again, I don't have Netflix, so I don't really know what their current library is and whatnot. So maybe I should just stop talking about that. Yeah, the cable is, I thought I was going to have to wait till next Wednesday, but it will be here on Monday. Hip hip hooray. Of course, I might have to change that if I have to go to work on Monday. Yeah, it could happen. It might happen. I hope it happens. God, I really hope it happens. Yeah. I don't want to have to postpone getting the cable, but I want this fucking job. It's like, I think this, when you have something, you have something in your life that just is an unknown quantity, and it's a stressor. I think a job is it right now. That's the only stressor in my life anymore. I mean, yes, Sam is down there, and she has her things that she's dealing with, but personally, of all the things that I have control over, and not that I was particularly stressed about it, but it's getting to that point. The unemployment is almost over, so, this is perfect timing. This is it. This is the job. That's it. And, yeah. I don't want to waste too much time, and I feel like I might be doing that. Yeah, I'm nervous, obviously. Can't you tell? Rob left a video response, and holy crap, I don't want to steal any of his thunder, but if you haven't seen it, you should watch it, because there's not a spoiler alert, but there is a spoiler alert. It's crazy. He reveals a detail that you just never knew. Like wow, and that kind of makes it even more impressive what he's doing and where he's at in life, and you can tell that he's really working. He's clearly working as hard as he can to get himself back on his feet and where he wants to be, because watch his video and see what I'm talking about if you haven't yet. And let me know if that was as big of a surprise to you as it was for me. Maybe I shouldn't be that surprised. You know, I'm young, but I know a lot of the people sorry, I just called everybody old, but yeah, we don't, you know, I don't have, you know, yeah. I don't know why that's, oh my god, I should just stop talking. This is a point where I just need to stop talking. What am I talking about? Trip, thank you for poking me. I need to poke you back. Birdo, I did watch most of, I watched most of the web therapy, not most of it, but I watched enough of it to really see, and as it turns out, Lisa Kudrow was just on Craig Ferguson, and they talked about web therapy there, so all of a sudden it's like, the whole thing fell apart for me. Yeah, we would definitely have to retool our concept in a major way, because web therapy, her web therapy show, it was not a one-hit wonder, and it's not over. They're still working on it, and it's something that's continuing to grow. So creatively, it's not appropriate to do a show by the same name. Yeah, disappointing. Yeah, we'll figure something out. You know, I started writing Tube Talking for those who are expecting that. 3 pages into it, we got the first sequence done. I think the rest is going to flow pretty quickly after that. The other thing, I know I'm like, this is going to be, I know a few of you out there have iPads. I know Birdo has an iPad. I don't know how many of you have spent a lot of time using the iPad exclusively. In my case, I moved up here and I didn't really have internet until recently. Thank you, neighbor, who it seems to be incredibly generous with their internet, whoever you are. But I was using the iPad a lot, and when I got back onto my computer here and got back to using the regular keyboard, it was kind of weird. I kind of got used to the on-screen keyboard and writing on that, and that was kind of weird. And I think, you know, I quickly readjusted to the regular keyboard, but I am kind of wondering, I don't know yet, I have to actually play, I think I'd have to play with it more, but I think I'm kind of starting to prefer, and I'm a writer, so I use the keyboard a lot, and I like this keyboard. This is a good keyboard to write on. But I kind of might be preferring the virtual keyboard a little bit, but maybe it's just a temporary thing. I don't know. So that was interesting. Yeah, it's gonna be a big weekend. So hopefully, I keep thinking about, I bring the flip cam, the little flip cam in the car, and now that I'm in vlogging mode, maybe I will actually record something during my drives. So that will be an interesting change of scenery and quality. I just have to mount it to the rear view mirror like I used to. I gotta go. It's getting to be that time, and I want to try to upload this. So, thanks for watching. Stay creative, guys. As always, you know, I love you. Thank you. I really appreciate your comments, your friendships. Yeah. So, please leave comments or video responses. Let me know how you guys are doing. Tell me about you know, who's in a job right now, or applying for jobs, or what's your job situation, if you care to talk about that sort of thing. I've been unemployed for nearly a year, and then hopefully this is it coming up in a couple hours. So let me know. Gotta go. I'm gonna stop. I'll pull another Rob. Stop recording, Jordan!